Hello, and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him. And today I am joined by...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Riki, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Ellion. My pronouns are she, her, and Ellion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and I play Resh Fairus. My pronouns are she, her, as well as Fairus's. She is a wood-aspected dragon-blooded who has a familiar named Zeke, who is a ferret, and she's kind of a performer, petty theft.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded.
I don't like this at all. Crap. I don't know how to respond to this. I'm gonna have us keep moving because I don't want to, stop and talk about it unless we're safely out. And then once we're at a safer spot, we can decide what we're gonna do with it afterwards.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to pretend I didn't hear anything, but still be very concerned as we continue marching on.
You guys continue to march on. Hello out there. Can you please let us out? Britt, I have a question for you concerning Fairus, and specifically concerning Fairus's intimacies. Do you have any kind of intimacy that would make you want to either help people who are obviously trapped and are asking for help, or any kind of intimacy that would want to make you help people who are younger than you?
I don't think I do. I have 4 intimacies written down. Family is important. Zeke is my trusty companion. Cruelty for the sake of it is wrong, and I hate my success being compared to my brother's.
Okay. And what is your resolve?
2.
All right. The people on the inside of this crate, as you all move them through, you seem to be the only one who's heard them. As you move them towards the door, they're basically making a plead for help, to basically let them out right now. And they're going to try and do that with an instill action against your resolve. Would you like to do anything? Either spend essence on, I think that there's an integrity excellency that can up your resolve. And then I believe that there's also, you can also stunt it in any way, by just kind of giving us a little peek into Fairus's, mental, what's going on, how you're trying to I'm not listening right now, anything you'd like to do for that.
So quietly but out loud, so that way hopefully whoever's in the box can hear this, but I'm going to make it sound like I'm directing it to my group and just be like, if everyone stays quiet, we can get out of here alive and without being noticed. Then we can handle these crates. But I'm obviously using a softer tone, nothing that sounds malicious because I'm talking to my group, but also making it so that way people in the crate will hopefully hear me as well. And then the only thing running through Fairus's mind would be getting the crate out as quickly as possible so we can pop it open and see who's in here to see if we can help. So she's going to try to focus on getting them out faster with her group to avoid being caught so she can get them to safety.
You know what? I really like that, Britt. So you said your resolve was a 2, right? For that, like, peek into like the way that Fairus thinks and how that she's doing things and trying to like steal herself, I'm going to give you a 3-dot stunt. So your resolve is currently a 5.
Okay, so I just roll 5 dice.
No, you don't. That's just a defense. It's like your AC got bumped up.
Okay, cool. So my resolve is 5. Is that good? Am I supposed to beat it? Or are they supposed to beat it?
You're supposed to. You beat it.
Yeah, your number is higher.
Okay, good.
than what you rolled, so that's a good thing for you.
Look, I know there's some times in Exalted or these weird games where if you roll higher, it's not good. So I just want to make sure.
Yeah, because then if they could have broken through your resolve, you might have like convinced you that you basically might have convinced your group to set it down and get them out right now. So you guys make it through. Doki, who has been watching the door diligently, keeps it open as the 4 of you pass through the large doors, and you can literally see the fog wall starting to ease up as you're heading towards your destination with the other crates. It's a little bit of a trek, but you do manage to make it there before the fog wall dissipates completely.
Okay, good. Because I was going to say, I had a charm to help if we needed it, but we're good. Can I, on the way out with the crate, like whisper to Doki to lock it up after we leave so it's less suspicious?
Yeah, of course. That gets done real quick. So Desert Bloom, they jump down and land with their metal high heels upon the one of the wooden crates, and then jump down with a clack and take a puff of their 3-foot-long pipe. Well, Fairus, darling, that was fantastically done. I couldn't have done it better myself.
I would be under the assumption that I don't know how stressful of a situation that would have been, but does she keep her like chameleon skin up?
I would assume no. I would assume that like you kept it up for a while, and then now that you're like finally like getting a breather from after all this, like you might be stressing out a little bit, like post I've done a crime stress.
And a willpower roll is just willpower, right?
Correct. Yep, you are all good. You are able to keep your skin from changing colors.
Fairus is going to kind of take a breather and kind of nod and kind of look over at the crew and just be like, everyone here did a fantastic job. Thank you and congrats.
They all nod and basically have congratulatory like hugs and everything, and Meatball over there. Demik cracks open a beer basically and just cracks open a wineskin and starts drinking from it.
And I'm going to kind of let them celebrate a little bit, and then I'm just going to get a more serious tone and a serious look and just say, we are not out of the water yet, though. And I'm going to point to the big crate.
Ah, yes. Well, of course, we're going to have to find a way to fence the goods inside, right?
About that. This particular crate, I want to pop open first, because I have a feeling the goods inside are not going to be something we can fence.
Well, if you say so.
Are we at the safe house, like wherever we're bringing these stuff, or are we still kind of like in our little meeting point?
You guys are still in your little meeting point. It's basically, it's still in the harbor section, but it's like a couple blocks down away from where most of the guild patrols are.
Okay. How is the crate closed up? Is there like a lock on it, or is it like bolted shut? And are there holes in this crate?
No, there are not. And yes, it is locked shut. There's a large double door on the front with a very massive and intimidating looking padlock on it.
Okay. Do I know how my family sees, I guess, prostitution or selling people? I guess selling people in general is the better term for this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, technically those are two different terms. In this case, without opening up the crate, you can't really get a good guess of who might be in there. I'm like, it could just be someone trying to pretend to be a thing, or it could be It could be a fair folk in there. It could be any number of things in there. But as far as the selling and procuring of innocent people, or of people in general, the family does not look well upon it. As far as to answer your other question, as far as like prostitution and brothels and things, they're fine with it if that is the person's choice. Like, you know, your body, your choice. If you want to do stuff, do it. But they don't force people into doing it.
Gotcha. I figured as much when you were like differentiating it. I want to look to the group and be like, can you guys get ready to grab a hold of whoever is in here? And I'm going to stress the words whoever. And then I want to ask Demik to kind of stand a little closer to me and Daenerys and see if we can try to pick this lock.
Okay. Please go ahead. You said you're going to go and try and pick the lock? Larceny and dexterity.
Okay. I'm also going to spend 1 mote of my peripheral on Nimble Thief's Fingers because that works on picking a lock, and I can reroll 6s until they cease to appear.
All right.
Now, you said this is a big lock. Is it kind of like high up? Like, would I need to like climb on someone's shoulders to like reach it, or can I reach it from the ground?
You can reach it from the ground.
Okay, then I'm going to go up to the lock. I'm going to have everyone kind of stand around me to be prepared for whatever we need to do. Demik, since he's bigger, if something goes wrong, I want him to be prepared to like tackle me off to the side as like a protection, like from anything that might get us, if that makes sense.
You want him to get down, Mr. President, you?
Yes, if it needs to happen.
All right. I will give you an extra 2 dice for just describing how that you're setting everyone up.
Okay, so Dex, Larceny, and 2 dice. And I get to reroll 3 of those. And then I'll reroll 1 of those.
Is that 11 successes? So Fairus goes up to the lock and pulls out her tools, and within a moment, the tumblers pop into place, and the lock pops open, and the door is ready to be swung open by you.
I'm going to grab the door. I'm going to look at those around me, kind of give a nod of, "Are you ready?" And then slowly open the door just enough so I can peek inside.
So, is there anything that you would like to do before you go to the Bountiful Bear?
I can just have noodles with my bud one day, and then maybe I have to go run some errands, track somebody down real quick, last minute assignment, and then have to go down there. So that's fine.
We're going to swing in on Ellion walking into the Bountiful Bear. Ellion, as you open up the door to the Bountiful Bear, you can see that it is alight with a soft mood lighting that certainly sets this place apart as definitely a brothel that is definitely above board. Definitely. Some of the candles and the way that the mood lighting and everything is set up, there's little like splotches where that like basically like the settings that have made the firelight be moody and everything have kind of messed up, and now it's just bright for a second and then it's not. These things don't seem so much hastily put together as they do just seem old, and they've been here for a while.
The place is not really up to date.
Yeah, you could say that the brothel isn't up to code. As you walk in, there is what can only be described as a madam of the brothel. She is a older woman who is painted up in, I would probably say, garish makeup. It does not suit her well. and she is in a kimono that is way too revealing for her age and also looks way too expensive. You can see many more lines than you ever thought was possible on the human figure.
Got it.
Well, hey there, darling. How can I help you?
Hi. Yes. I'm looking for a very particular person. I heard word that she might be over here. And then Ellion just gives the full description of Mai. Has anybody like that come through here? Started working here? I'd be very interested to spend some time with them if they're available.
Oh, I see you like 'em young, do ya?
That's between me and them.
Say no more, say no more. All right, well, we've got... Oh, no, she's taken. And, oh, yeah, I got one right here. She pulls out a ticket, and it says Rose Bloom on it. That's Rose Bloom. She's in the suite on the second floor. Real sweetheart. Don't let her fool you, though. Got kind of a mouth on her, you know.
Got it. Ellen's just gonna kind of slowly shift to wherever they were told to go.
You slowly shift to wherever that you were told to go. You go as directed towards Rose Bloom.
Yes, and
Going
hopefully
up the
that
stairs.
I don't get sent to just someone who happens to have the same damn description. How bad is it along the way? In the vaguest of ways.
What sense do you want to know? How bad is it?
Like, what is the... we've already established this place is just not really up to code. Do they hear, like, distress noises? Does this place smell like probably everybody's high? Or they might be, like, essentially... Does it smell like something? I don't know how to describe it. Like,
So as far as the scents go, have you ever been in a place where there are too many scented candles, and you know that there are too many scented candles because they are obviously hiding something?
yes.
That is it is an overpowering odor that is trying to overpower something else.
Got it. It was more of I was asking if I could smell like drugs or something, because if they're keeping the people, because I don't know if it's just women here. There could be guys here too. I don't know if they're just keeping people like drugged the whole time and kind of that submissive state, so they're more pliable to use for this whole purpose or not. Trying to basically gauge if people are being kept here against their will, I guess, is probably the best way to phrase it.
Do you have anything that gives you a bonus to like smell for awareness?
Not to smell, no.
Okay, you said not to smell, so you have something else then.
For visual, I have cat's eyes.
Right now, in the hallway, nothing sticks out to you that you can see. They're not clean, but like basically there's not like heroin needles sticking around, you know? However, like I mentioned, that there is an overpowering abundance of scented candles, almost like someone's trying to hide something. You go to approach the door. Is there anything you'd like to do before you open this door and we start kicking some stuff off?
I'm going to very quietly put my hand up to the door and use Deep Listening Palm. And I'm going to spend 5 motes out of my personal for it. I assume if this is a different day, I've rested all of my essence back.
Correct.
Yes, I'm going to take those 5 motes out of my my personal so that I don't flare more than dim. Because that's not what I'm trying to do. And I'm basically going to try and listen through this door, see if I hear any odd noises, if there's anybody like struggling in there, anything out of the ordinary. And just kind of like close my eyes carefully and just let the sound pass through and into my body.
Okay. You don't have to make a roll for that since that you are going up against a wooden door. So it just happens. You can hear on the other side of the door, there is the small sound of feet padding on the ground, on the floorboards as someone is pacing, and they sound like that they're talking to themselves. Just 2 more baths to go, and then the madam says that I'm done, and I'll be out of here, and I'll have enough money to pay for the house for my brother. This will be fine. Just 2 more baths to help these people with. Just 2 more baths. That's all that we need. 2 more baths.
Gotcha.
What would you like to do?
I guess I'm going to open the door all the way, and I'm going to try to, break their focus with the chanting. Oh, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. I'm going to, yell that really, really loudly and just walk in.
After a moment of hearing this, they all stop their chanting. They turn to you. And the only sound before the elder up front can respond is the woman that is chained and bound, just going, yes, yes.
Howdy, fellas. So I'm looking for a bathroom.
Oh, man. Okay, so, Tyler.
Yeah.
I don't think that we have time for the fight that I have planned.
Okay. Now,
we have 20 minutes, and I have an actual combat plan for you.
Okay. I was going to try to just big dick intimidate it, but judging by my surroundings, I don't think that's going to work.
I will give you the opportunity.
Okay, well, let's roleplay it out and see how it goes.
The Elder Acolyte chants something real quick. Says something really quick, and the bound woman shushes herself from her laughter, and he turns to you, eyes the staff that you have, and locks eyes with you. Brother Riki.
Nah, I ain't got no brothers, man.
You hold Hesiod's eternal flame, as you did when you left the lap. It has been quite some time. Have you come to apologize?
Oh, you mean this stick? Yeah, it's a good stick. I don't got much to apologize for, I don't think. But I see you're up to the new normal shit. I see.
This being was breaking the order as prescribed by the Immaculate Dragons. It was only brought to our attention luckily enough, by the guild factor in town after she had emancipated about 40% of their entire slave population.
Oh, so that's what you're all about now. Lining your pockets with money from slavers and sex traffickers? I want to say I'm surprised, but, I'd be lying to you. Anywho, y'all gonna just go ahead and skedaddle? I can get back to my fucking day. I got other shit to do.
Well, now that we know that you're here, we certainly can't let you leave.
Oh, you're gonna stop me, are you? Not only are you going to let me leave, you're going to fucking leave yourself before I even get the chance to leave.
Oh, I certainly do plan on stopping you.
I'm not a mean guy. I'm really not. I'm not a cruel guy or a malicious guy. I don't like causing people harm like you fucks apparently do. But, and as Riki sighs, some steam and smoke is going to pour from his mouth. Don't make me fucking burn this place to the ground. And I would like to roll intimidation.
So that would be...
presence, I mean.
Yes, so that'd be presence and manipulation?
I would like to argue charisma, because I'm not lying. I'm certainly being honest.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
I'm certainly going to use glowing coal radiance, which is just the excellency for presence.
Oh, sweet. So you get to roll non-charm die for every 10 that shows up, and you can add automatic successes. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm probably also going to use Burning Dragon Mien, which lets me double 9s against a single character. And an enemy who's always beaten in combat loses 1 initiative even if he resists.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. So is there a limit to how many excellency dice I can add?
What is your presence score?
4.
Then it is 4. Or I'm sorry, you can add 2 automatic successes.
I will do that, and then also use Burning Dragon Mian.
Okay, and is that coming from personal or peripheral pool? You can do over 5 from peripheral and start having your anima start flaring.
I think that's more thematically intimidating, so we'll do that.
Okay, and then for the good RP for for everything, I'll give you 2 extra dice and an automatic success. So that should put you at I think 3 successes already.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll be rolling 10 dice. Or do I get additional dice for the RP too?
Yes, 2 additional dice.
So 12 dice.
Do you have any specializations in intimidation?
I do not.
Okay. Then yeah, so then it would be 12 dice.
So 10 successes.
Holy shit. Oh wait, actually you get to roll again for that 10 because of Burning Dragon Mian.
Oh, true.
Or I'm sorry, because of Glowing Coal Radiance.
No, it's Burning Dragon Mian. It's actually double 9s. So
do you have any? Oh yeah, so then that'd be 8. It's 8 that just got rolled, and then
I gotta roll 1, right?
Yeah, you gotta roll 1. Nope.
So only 11.
Only 11 successes. Seeing this fiery display of power and everything else, the smaller monks here, the ones who are
the acolytes.
Yeah, the acolytes are going to begin running.
I'm gonna look and see them run. I'm gonna go well, you better go watch over your flock or whatever it is that bullshit that you do, right?
The older gentleman up front just kind of stares you down and just goes, "We watch over the correct order of the world, and you are going against that order."
Yeah, I'm gonna watch all these fucking slaves you imprisoned walk free. Bye-bye now. Have a nice one. Go fuck yourself.
And he is going to come up to you to start fighting.
Ooh.
And so, because of your threatening, you have gotten rid of the battle group that was there to assist him.
That's fine.
All right. Could you give me a perception and awareness roll then? All right. So a few things are about to happen. The first is that as you peek in and a little bit of moonlight creaks through the cloud cover and comes down directly onto the opening door, as is dramatically appropriate. Creation and the gods are not without their sense of irony. You can see huddled within this crate are about 15 small humanoids. They're child size, definitely. They're maybe between 3.5 feet to at most 4'10". As the moonlight cascades off of the first one that you see is small, hairless, and has pale white skin with little black marks on it. They're barely clothed, like rags at best.
Are these what I would know as Jala? Is that what they're called?
That is what they're called, and yes.
Second question, follow-up question. This is a really bad question. Let me rephrase this in my head before I say it out loud. How does my family feel about Jala specifically?
I honestly don't think that they care.
Like, they don't care about them, or they don't care who they are, they're still people?
They don't care about that. Like, they're still people.
Okay, they're still people, so being sold as, merchandise still bothers them. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm just going to kind of frown and look inside. You said you just described the one. Did the rest of them look like that too?
To some extent, yes. There are a few that look like they might have been mixed in. There's a few that are just very pale. And you don't see any of the telltale black pockmark or the telltale black marks of a Jala.
Okay. I'm going to kind of turn to the group and So there's people in here.
What?
There's people in here.
Well, that's hardly merchandise that we can sell. Well, I guess we should. And as soon as that gets said, there's a sudden eruption of fire in the sky as more or less the best way I can describe it is a flare shoots up and it is suddenly very bright out. And you can see along the rooftops are what looks to be a bunch of guild guardsmen.
Everyone grab a crate and run. I'm gonna look into the crate. You guys come with me if you want to not be in this crate anymore.
They nod and do their best to follow you.
Any of the really tiny ones, I'm gonna refer to Demeek and have him carry them instead of the crate, and have all of us carry the crates, the smaller crates.
Okay, so you guys are going to go running out the other side of the...
Yes, but I want to make sure that we can get to whatever our safe zone is and not caught.
So the thing is that as that you guys go to run down one of the alleyways, another set of guild guards are going to come and block that alleyway entrance. And the same with the way that you, with the other way out of the alley.
I'm going to look at Desert Bloom and just kind of be like, is there anything you can do to get us out of here?
Yes, if you don't mind a little bit more, a little less subtlety than we're used to. Would you be able to hold them off for a little bit for me, though?
I can try my best, and I'm going to point to the first set on one side and have 3 people or 2 people go over towards that way. Kind of make like 2 walls with the prisoners, I guess, in between all of us, so they're not in the firing range. So I'll have like Demeek and Doki and someone else on one side facing the one end of the alley, and then me and the other 2 facing the other side of the alley.
All right. I'm going to do some rolls real quick. That's going to say how many basically rounds of combat that you have to survive for Desert Bloom to be able to pull off what they're going to pull off.
Okay.
Those are promising.
Unless that's the amount of rounds I have to survive.
Here's the deal. You have to survive 3 rounds worth of combat. And then a thing's going to happen. You are currently in the sub-basement of the Shaved Yedem. You've just scared off an entire battle group worth of immaculate monks, and the leader monk has refused to bow to your advances. There is a warrior woman bound in jade manacles upon the raised platform here. And earlier they were yelling old realm scripture that appeared to be some kind of exorcism.
Before the fight starts, I'm going to look over to the chained figure. Just give me a minute here, lady. Shouldn't take too long.
Only a minute there. Excellent, I'll wait then. The older monk looks to you and taking the long white beard, he strokes a hand through it. The beard is like a long wispy white beard that goes down to his mid chest, and he just kind of flicks it to the side. A failed immaculate here to try and stop the order? Get out of my way, punk. And then I guess that both of you guys are going to roll join battle.
Yeah, so join battle is just like your opening action into the combat, right?
Join battle is essentially you're taking your stance, you're drawing your weapons. It's also how you roll for initiative.
What is around me? Is there an incense burner or something that they were using for that ritual?
There are a few pillows that had that used to have monks kneeling upon them. There is an incense burner up near where the chained woman is.
This might be a bit of a stretch, but could I ideally knock that over at the guy to distract him before the battle starts? It's hard to think of ways to stunt join battle, but I'm trying.
So if you wanted to basically have the battle start in close range and you kind of jump up and kick the incense and have the coals and stuff go across the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I dig it.
4.
Oh, and then I'm sorry, I meant to say since you stunted it, you do get, I'll give you an extra 2 dice.
5.
Okay, so then that is your successes plus 3, so you are at initiative 8 to start out.
Nice.
This guy is going to spend a total of 9 motes on his join battle roll.
Ooh.
The first is he's going to end up spending 4 motes on his awareness excellency. That gives him an extra 4 dice. But the main thing he's actually going to end up splitting that for only an extra 2. Because he's going to spend 5 motes from his peripheral to use flash fire technique, which lets him roll join battle twice.
Oh.
And take the highest of the 2.
Spooky.
Damn. Okay. He goes at 7, so he did not beat you.
Is this guy a dragon-blooded, Brendan?
Yes, he is.
What aspect? Can I tell? So I am at 8 and he's at 7.
He spent all of that out of his peripheral, so you see a small, a very faint red aura glowing around him as he begins to exude a little bit of heat.
Ooh. Little Imba stepping up. I guess what I will do is I would like to advance and do a withering attack to sweep my staff low and knock his shins out from under him, maybe knock him on his ass or at least push him off balance while advancing. And I would like to use but I'll use Rotten Leaf Arrest. It costs 4 motes. Silas withering attacks gain +1 overwhelming and knock her enemy prone if it deals damage. Enemy crashed by this attack cannot take a movement action on his next turn. I'm not sure if overwhelming is even useful here. I just mainly want the knockdown.
Overwhelming is, in fact, very useful. It means that no matter what that you hit him with, even if his soak can take everything, it's still going to do that. You're still going to get that many damage dice if you hit.
So I have 9 total for my dexterity and martial arts. And then, do I add anything to that?
Are there any charms you want to use for that?
I'm using the one that gives me the overwhelm on the knockdown, but I don't think any that are going to give me. Actually, I do have the excellency for martial arts, don't I?
I think it's the excellency for brawl, but yeah.
Yes. Yes. Become the hammer. Is there a limit to how many bonus dice you can get from this, or is it just per mote?
It is whatever that your brawl or martial arts score is. So, what is your martial arts score?
5.
Okay, so you can get either so you can get up to 5 dice, and then if you have a specialty in martial arts, you can get a 6th.
I do not. She reroll 6s on the damage roll until they cease to appear. Alternatively, she may raise her brawl or martial arts based parry by 2. Okay, no. So I'm not going to do the parry. But I am going to do the 5 to martial arts. So I guess I'll just spin the 5 motes.
So I'll give you an extra 2 dice for that. What that you should be rolling is going to be Dex plus martial arts plus the 2 stunt dice
plus 5
plus the accuracy of your weapon. It is plus 3 accuracy.
I see. So that should be 19 dice. Also, I reroll 6s until I don't have 6s anymore.
Okay, before you roll, he does get the opportunity to try to defend before I know what the number is. So as you come in to sweep him, he is going to try to lower himself down into a better stance and is going to spend some motes himself through... he's actually going to spend 4 motes himself to up his parry by 2, making the his parry defense to a 7.
Wow. Pretty good. So you roll first?
No, I just upped my my ace. Basically, okay. You have to, so your target number to beat is 7 successes.
Yep. Hold on, and I have to reroll those 6s. Ha ha!
Don't you have to re-roll that 6?
Oh yeah. 8.
Okay. So with 8 successes and his defense being a 7, you got a threshold of 1 against him.
I also have the +1 overwhelm. I don't know if that's used here.
That might be useful here. What is Ricky's strength?
My strength is only 2.
So the damage on the weapon is a 12. You have 2 strength, so that makes it a 14. And then you have a threshold of 1, which would make it 15 damage. This guy has a soak of 10, which means that it automatically negates 5 of that damage. Or, I'm sorry, 10 of that damage, which means you would be rolling a 5.
Okay. 3.
It's actually really good.
And he's always knocked down if he takes damage from a withering leaf attack.
You successfully hit him, which makes your initiative go up by 1. Then you hit him for 3 damage, which takes away 3 of his initiative and gives you 3.
So my initiative currently should be at a 12 then.
Yes.
And his should be at a 6.
His actually goes down to a 4.
Ah, okay. Oh, when he gets to 0, he crashes.
Right.
Right.
So he gets knocked prone. Actually, really awesome. I don't think
and it's good even in space form without the Creature of Darkness stuff. That's why I really like the style. Even without Creatures of Darkness, it's still really good by itself.
Let me see exactly what the being prone and rising from prone costs real quick, because I've actually weirdly never had this happen. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you are both being martial arts within close range to each other, since you had to do this.
Yeah.
That means that this guy has to take a Dex plus dodge against a difficulty of 2 to successfully rise from prone and not basically just get whapped, like by an automatic attack or whatever.
Nope. I'm going to poke and prod him like, oh, a little slow in the uptake there, old man. Come on now. Don't break your hip. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roll right there. So as that you are poking and prodding him, telling him not to break his hip, he definitely rises into the air like fire ascending to heaven. And he stares at you with a upset look on his face. Using that exorcist style. How very bland of you. I'll show you what a real martial artist looks like.
Please do. I'm here waiting for it.
And he will... So as that he eyes you down, you can see that fire is burning in his eyes as his aura continues to increase in intensity, and you can see him basically almost showing off, does a bunch of rapid katas, punches and kicks, and it now appears to be bouncing a little bit more easily than a man of his age should be able to, on the front of his feet. He kind of has a very Bruce Lee bounce to his step.
Do I recognize the martial arts stance that I'm assuming that this is?
Yes, you recognize it as fire dragon form.
Gotcha.
Being an immaculate monk, it's hard not to recognize the immaculate martial arts. And he finishes off his kata with a gesture of "come get some." And you and the rest of your group now need to buy Desert Bloom 3 rounds of combat.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I guess we have to roll for join battle, right?
Yep.
Okay.
If you have any charms, or if you want to stunt that, so if you have awareness charms, you can use an excellency to up that dice pool and get yourself more initiative. Or if you wanted to stunt, basically the best way that I can describe a stunt for join battle, it's basically how does Fairus prepare herself for combat as that she knows that it's drawing in.
Well, I know originally I had said that I wanted to put Desert Bloom and the people that we rescued, I guess. So basically surrounded them as a protection barrier between the guys at the end of the alley.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Are you going to have your crew do the other side as well? I imagine that like you're on one side and the other 4 are on the other side.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Any excellencies you want to throw in there?
I do not have any excellencies to help me with initiative.
All right, then. Since you prepped, I'd say I'll give you an extra 2 dice for that.
5 successes total.
All right. I'm rolling for your crew right here, as they're going to count as their own battle group. That is 7. And then I'm going to roll for the people that are fighting against you.
Are they all going as one group, or are they going as 2 separate groups?
They are going as one group. So basically, it's going to be, there's going to be like 3 people in initiative order. It's going to be you, your crew, and then the bad guys.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So they got a 4. I guess it goes crew, me, and bad guys for now.
You don't really have to keep track of initiative as much except for yours. You neither reap nor you can lose initiative to them, but they can't gain any, and you can't gain any from them because you're basically hitting like a massive amount of them. All of your withering attacks actually do damage to them.
Okay.
They, on the other hand, can only do damage to you once that you have an initiative that is below 0.
Okay. So basically you have to wither them down before dealing damage blows.
For them, they have to wither you down before they can start dealing damage. For you, you are just dealing them damage.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so starting off is going to be your crew of misfits.
Yeah, misfits is a very good term.
They have a I will let you know that they have a collective evasion of 3, a parry of 5, and they have some soak on them. Their best attack is to get into melee with these people.
I figured as much because I don't think any of them had any kind of ranged weapons when I met them.
So they're going to, seeing you and the captain getting ready to defend these people that you had found. And the captain basically, yes, well, darlings, I'm going to need, give me half a minute and then the spell should be ready. Yes, thank you. And Desert Bloom begins basically raising their hand up, and you can see sigils in a language that you do not understand appearing in the air before them, and motes of essence are being collected from the air and being formed into a spell that they're channeling. But it is going to take them some time to do this.
Question.
Yes.
How far are the people from us?
They are, on their turn, going to close in to make an attack. But right now, they are at short distance with you.
Okay. Perfect.
Your crew is going to run in and make an attack on the people on the other side. They only get 2 successes, which the guild guards bat away as they come in with their cudgels and other implements of beating down.
Implements of beating down.
I try. Blackjacks would be also another term. Now, it is your turn.
Oh boy. So, since they're within short range, I don't need to really do anything to make the range on my bow longer. So, with unobstructed hunter's aim, it's an instant, which means it only happens each time I activate it, correct?
Correct.
Alright. I'm gonna use unobstructed hunter's aim. She may add bonus dice to an archery roll for 1 mote each, as long as she attacks a living target or an undead one, which stands out as a void in the essence of the world. Each added die negates 1 point of penalty from visual obstruction.
Okay. So how many dice? How many motes are you spending?
I'm gonna spend peripheral makes me flare, so I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to flare right now. I'll spend 2.
Okay, so that would get you 2 extra dice.
2 extra dice, and they're short range, which gives me a +4.
And then you add in your dex plus archery, I believe.
Archery is 5, dex is 5. So that's 10 plus 2 plus 4, 16. I'll say if I'm doing withering, I have to add my accuracy, right?
Yes, you would add your accuracy.
I don't know what my accuracy is.
Isn't it that +4 that you said?
Okay, yeah, that's accuracy, yeah. It just doesn't say that that's accuracy on my character sheet.
Right, because your accuracy is a little bit weird because you have a ranged weapon. Your accuracy basically changes based off of how close they are to you.
So that's 16. I don't think I have anything else to add to that.
The only other thing that you could possibly add to that would be to stunt it somehow.
So the only way I can imagine this going is I see them coming into the alley, do the commands for everyone, not really commands, but I shout for everyone to get in position, protect the people, that we saved, and allow Desert Bloom to have time to do what he needs to do. Fight till your last breath, and I'm going to take aim at the group in front of me, aiming at probably the biggest person there, even though it's going to hit everybody because of battle group. But in character, Fairus would aim probably at the scarier looking dude that might be more troublesome.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll actually give you a 2 dot for that. So that is 2 extra dice and an auto success. So that should be 18 fucking dice for you.
So 8 successes plus my auto success makes 9.
Correct. So for hitting someone, you do gain a point of initiative. You still gain the point for hitting.
Okay.
You just can't take
I can't steal it from them.
Yeah, you just can't steal initiative from them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they have a soak of 8. So what is your damage?
It says +9 on the arrow.
Okay.
Or on the short bow.
Okay, so then you are rolling 4 damage dice. And then after that, you had 3 over on the successes because their evasion was a 5.
Okay, question. For Death from Nowhere, do I have to say I'm going to use that before they try to soak? It says, as it's an instant. As the Dragon-Blooded draws back her arrow against her bowstring, she withdraws and disperses its weightiness, sending it flying like an ephemeral phantom to pierce her foe's heart. Her withering attack ignores lower of essence or perception points of soak from armor. If her attack benefits from aiming, she ignores higher of essence or perception soak instead.
I would say that I would like for that to be declared from now on, but since we're still kind of learning this and we haven't rolled damage yet, I'm totally cool with you using the motes for that.
Okay.
So what is the lower? I assume that your essence is lower?
My essence is 2, so yes.
Okay, so then you would ignore 2 points of their soak, which means you get another 2 damage dice. Which means your damage dice would be a 6, yes.
3 successes.
Damn. Your arrow goes through and pierces straight. Were you aiming at that guy's head or at that guy's chest?
Head.
Okay. Question then for you also.
Well, if it's the bigger dude, I'd probably aim for the biggest part of him. So actually, it would probably be the chest.
So my question for you is Fairus trying to kill people, or is she just trying to kind of Looney Tunes knock them out?
If these people look like they're actively going to kill us, if we don't kill them first, she will definitely try to kill them.
Okay, I just wanted to know how to describe this coming up. So as this guy looks like that he's about to give the order to charge, you loose an arrow and it goes right through where that his mouth is, and he is just stopped. like mid-scream and just falls to the ground.
Gross.
Seeing you do that, the guild guards are going to close in and go to attack you and your buddies. Before that I roll dice or anything, they're coming in with, so there's a group that's coming in to you with a bunch of spears. They look like there's like 4 or 5 of them that look like they're going to try and like skewer you. Is there anything that you'd like to do to add to your dodge or use any charms before I roll dice?
Yes. I have the dodge excellency. Threshold warding stance. 2 motes per plus 1 evasion or success.
Okay, so you can basically spend 2 motes and up your dodge by 1. And real quick for the last one, I just realized it. Are you just spending out of personal right now?
The first charm I spent out of peripheral. The second one I was going to do personal.
Okay.
But this one was going to be peripheral, which would cause me to flare. Because I believe it's, 4?
It's 5 from peripheral all at once.
All at once, not per scene?
Yeah, not per scene.
Or round?
Yeah. I want to say that it's like it has to be all at once.
Oh.
If I'm wrong about that, I'll double check before next game.
Well, I spent 4 total from peripheral during this fight.
So like I said, they're coming to skewer you. Are you you're dodging, obviously. Is there any way that you'd like to describe that dodge to get to boost your defense a little bit more?
Seeing that they're coming in close with spears, I'm going to tighten my shirt and whatever loose dangly clothes I might have gotten loosened from dealing with the heist. Get myself ready, and then using my performing abilities, kind of do a pirouette type spin to kind of spin out of the way around the tip of the spear.
Okay, I love that. What is your evasion normally?
My evasion is normally 5.
Okay. Because I like that description, I'm gonna give you a 2-dot stunt for that, which is going to increase your dodge or your evasion to 7, and then you spent the 2 motes to increase it by 1, so that is at an 8.
So the evasion is at an 8 now?
So they have to roll an 8 or above to hit you.
Okay.
It was looking a little spicy there at the end, but you managed to pirouette and dip out of the way of the incoming guild spears, as that I have been talking about before. But now that they're this close, you can definitely see people who have been hired by the guild to do a job, as that they have a few little lapels and things that show that they're members of the world's largest capitalist machine. Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.